Hello there. Um, it's raining here. I hope you guys are not listening to that. I did add the standard Desert Blitzcrank and the Pike. Jesus Christ. Okay, I did add the standard um noise suppression from OBS. I don't know if that's gonna be enough to keep you guys from listening to the rain. I mean, the rain has a nice sound, but I don't think I want rain in my video. Only for the sake of not interrupting anything. Um, but yeah, I wanted to talk about stuff. This is something that I'm gonna test on this channel. It's just like casual gaming and talking about life. I am, by the way, posting this video and not advertising this at all. At all. I want to see what happens, right? There's no best way of knowing how YouTube works other than posting the videos and seeing what happens. So this is what I'm gonna do with this channel, at least. And yeah, I wanted to talk about some stuff that has been going on. There's nothing bad going on, like, oh, that was nice flash. Psych. Um, yeah, there's nothing bad going on, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Basically, regarding being an actual adult. I am about to move in with my girlfriend, and this has been taking a toll on all of us because it's just a lot to be done. Like, we had to first find a place, which is already stressful enough, and then like I don't know if this is how it happens everywhere, but in Brazil, depending on how you're renting your place, you have to deposit a few months of rent up front before even getting into the place, the apartment, the house, or anything. I was hitting the wrong person. And my girlfriend did that, right? And whenever we chose to move in together, we didn't have a place yet. But as she had 2 months in advance, she basically told her landlord that she was gonna move out, and then we had to like kind of rush to find a place because we needed to go somewhere. She's gonna have to leave her apartment. My mouse turned off. What's going on? It's back on again. So yeah, that is one stuff. So if like finding places weren't already hard enough, we had this added urgency to find a place because she would be out of place to live, and that is never an ideal situation. But we did find, luckily, we found a place. And the reason I'm saying that this was like already stressful is that before we were looking for place to rent, I was trying to look for a place to buy, and oh my god, buying real estate is expensive. Jesus, even with what is the word? Financing, right? Even if you have to finance something, you have to pay 20% of down payment, I believe that's the expression. That is the money you pay up front before getting the loan to buy a place. And Jesus, that is 20% of a place is already super expensive. Add that to the fact that I live in São Paulo, and everything here is super expensive. And yeah, so I gave up on that. The idea of buying a place for us just is simply impossible with the amount of money that we have. And like, it's not like I don't get paid well. I get paid well. I could play like the loan or something. I don't know how that works in other places, but like when you get a loan to buy a house, you pay a bit each month for like 35 years or something. And that bit each month I can pay for like most of the places we were looking at. I was looking at actually. But I don't have the 20% upfront. That is way too hard. That is a ridiculous amount of money. So we gave up on that. We gave up on buying a place and decided to move in together renting, right? Just like we already do, but we're not living together now. Um, and we had to find a place very quickly because again, she would run out of time and she would have to leave her apartment. Um, and then we found it. We found it. Okay, we found a place to rent. And then, by what I see on like internet, things unlike United States of America, you can just get anything at any time with basically a handshake. In Brazil, we don't do that. We just don't do that. We need a lot of time, is a lot of bureaucracy for anything, anything like that is grown up, basically. And moving together is a hell of a grown up stuff to do. So a lot of bureaucracy to get the place. We got the place, and now we have to worry about secondary stuff like making sure that the bills are on our name. Otherwise, wrong people are gonna have to pay for our bill. And then making sure that the bills of the places we are today are not on our names anymore, which is again another layer of bureaucracy. And then making a joint account on the bank. I'm pretty sure that's the name. So we can use like one account to pay for stuff for the house, pay for like internet and electricity and water and rents, and the administration of the building itself. I have no idea what the correct word in English is, I'm sorry. But basically you have to pay for the building so the building can like hire people to clean, can hire security guards and etc. You guys know what I'm talking about. Um so yeah, that is another the fourth layer of bureaucracy, getting those stuff, getting like the joint account so we can pay for everything. And then what else? And moving. Oh my god, moving is the worst. We didn't even have to move yet, but oh my god, that is gonna be terrible. That is gonna be awful. I can already tell. Because I'm having to deal now with different moving companies. We are getting them to visit, and this is a fun thing. I mean, not fun, but it's nice that it happens this way. You can either like hire someone that has a truck and then they can like put your stuff in the truck and carry it with like no regards for safety or whatever. Um, or you can hire a specialized company, right, to move stuff. And oh my god, those are two completely different universes. Because we were looking at the cheapest option possible. What the fuck am I doing versus the Cassiopeia? We were looking at the cheapest option possible, and that quickly showed itself as a terrible idea. And oh Jesus, somebody hit Gragas, hit Gragas, hit Gragas. Okay, nobody died. And that showed to be a terrible idea. Whenever we were actually getting into like the end of the negotiation to get price lists and etc. I don't know the word for this in English. What when like you get in touch with a company and you say, "Hey, company, I need this, 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 and that," and then they take like a few days to come up with a custom plan for you with specific pricing for your needs. I don't know the name of this, but they do that. And whenever we were looking at like small company or non-specialized companies, it was like, hey, what do you have? I say, hey, I have a laundry machine and a bed or whatever, and they would be like, yeah, it's X amount of money, and then period, that's it. We would have to package everything ourselves. We would have to. This Cassiopeia is about to die. She's gonna die. Yes, Gragas is gonna die. He's gonna die 100%. Give me the kill. Give me the kill. Yes. And that's it. That nothing else. No questions asked. We have to package everything ourselves, which is terrible when you think about a laundry machine that is extremely heavy. When you think about an oven that is also super heavy. And I live by myself. My girlfriend doesn't live with me. She also lives by herself, so either she would have to come here to help me, and then I would have to go to her place to help her, or we would have to pay extra to get helpers to do the job. But still, we would need to package everything ourselves. And then whenever we actually got in touch with specialized company, something very interesting happened. That they just said, hey, it's nice that you want to do like moving, thank you for reaching out to us. We can't give you a price before we go to your place and see what and how you need stuff to be moved. And I was like, oh my god, that's brilliant. Like, why isn't everybody else also doing this? And the answer is the other companies, they were like small companies, right? And that's a very big difference between a small and a big company. No. She's dead. She's dead. Go issued. She's not dead. Oh, goodness. Yeah, and now they are actually coming to see what needs to be moved and how. And also, when you go look at big companies, I found one on Instagram. Actually, I didn't find them on Instagram. I found them on Reddit. I was browsing through Reddit posts about moving with tips and stuff, and somebody linked a Instagram profile, and that was amazing. What the fuck did I buy? Yeah, and I found this company, and it was the first time I saw anyone use like color labels, and that is like ultra obvious, right? If you have to move to a new place, and then you color label everything so you know where everything goes, and then I'm gonna kill Grangos. I'm gonna kill Grangos. I'm gonna kill Grangos. Die. He didn't die. I flashed forward because I knew I was gonna die, and I wanted to use my passive to kill Grangos. So they use color coding for everything, which I found out to be standard for big moving companies, specialized companies. And I didn't see that until like yesterday. And we signed a contract for rent over a week ago, without last week with everything that was like document related. Now we're dealing with moving stuff. I also have to sell a lot of stuff. But until yesterday, I had no idea about color coding stuff. And that they would come to my place to check before doing the job, which again is obvious if you think about it. But the small companies we were dealing with in the beginning, they were not ready for this. Maybe that's why they're still small. I don't know. But yeah. Then that's it. So what else? What else? What else? And then, last but not definitely not least, I never lived with anyone other than my mom. So, and at some point, me and her, we're gonna get married. This is already in the conversations. She already told me she wants a traditional marriage. And when I say traditional, I mean like she actually wants to get a ring, get a wedding, have the party, have a ceremony, and all that good stuff. I am gonna do Titanic Hydra 100% because it's fun to build Titanic Hydra with Kog'Maw. If you don't play League of Legends, you don't know what's going on. Then you wouldn't even be watching this video. So I'm gonna build Titanic Hydra because it's fun. And yeah, this is gonna be a good experience for us to move in together first, and then think about the actual marriage. Because think if we did the other way around, right? We've been together for 2 years. It's not like we don't know each other. We do. But again, we don't live together, right? So imagine you get married to someone first, and then you move in with the person, and you end up realizing that that person has some habits that you completely disagree, right? And either like one of you is messy to the point that the other one doesn't accept, or one of you has a tendency to like go to sleep super late, one of you is like super noisy on a daily basis. Everything is gonna like everything, let's say like neither of you wants to cook, and what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do if nobody wants to cook? How are you gonna eat? If you spend money on delivery every day, you might even like ask for healthy food, but what about the money, right? No fucking way that hit me. Right, what about the money? What I mean, are you just gonna waste money every day on delivery? What about finance? The couple's finances, right? Which is another stuff. What if some of you of the couple actually has terrible financial habits? Now we can't anymore, basically. If I just want to like go out and get a pizza, if I'm living together with someone, I can't just do that. Because now I have a house with someone else, and this someone else relies on me being able to financially do my part. And we're gonna do all of this together. I'm not sure if I talked about the joint account, but yeah, we need also joint credit card. If we're gonna ask for something for delivery, we should ask for this joint credit card, so we can both split the counts evenly whenever we get to pay the bills, right? But it's a lot of stuff that goes on, and that is because again, I'm with her for a while now. We've been together for 2 years. Actually, yesterday it was the 2-year anniversary of our first date, which is something cool. Like, we don't really celebrate anything, but I remember the date. That is important to remember the dates. I'm gonna kill this guy real quick. Okay, I got a double kill! Don't even know who I killed first, but whatever. And like, this is a lot, and this is not. And like, if some of you already live together with someone, I think about the first time you did that, right? Whenever you were with a person and you were like, you know what? Let's move in together. Let's split bills, and let's like do our own stuff our own way, in our own place. Like, it's just a lot. It's overwhelming when it's the first time, obviously. If you guys have been living with someone for like 15 years, you might not even care about what I'm saying anymore. But in the first time, it's it's insane. However, talking about good stuff now, we did find a good place. We're gonna move into a very nice apartment. It is close to the music school that we keep relations with. As you know, I'm a drummer. I don't study drums there, but I take singing lessons as well, and that I do on that school. So being close is actually very helpful. I also have two bands, and both of them rehearse on that school. because both of the... I am facing backwards! What? Nah. I was completely backwards. How did that stun me? Jesus. Like, that is not okay. But talking about the music school, it's like really good to be there. I also play basketball Friday night, and I'm gonna be close to the place where I play basketball at. So it's a nice apartment in a nice building in a nice neighborhood, close to our stuff. Um, yeah, it's not a bad experience, right? It's not like we have to move because we're out of money and we have to go to a smaller place, or what else could be happening? I don't know. We're fine. We're moving into a good place. It's bigger than I mean both of the places we live combined, I believe. Um, and yeah, it's just a lot of stuff to think about. On top of that, let's now talk about everything else that I have to do in my life. I do have a full-time job. It's a remote job, so please don't hold me. So it's a remote job. I can work from home. So that is not something I have to worry at all. I'm gonna use Ghost here. I'm gonna hit whoever is closest to me. I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna kill that guy. I'm gonna kill nobody. I'm gonna farm. I didn't even farm. Like, I don't know why people from my team are so behind. Maybe I'm overextending, but like, if all the 5 of us go forward, they can't hit the 5 people at once, right? They just can't. So, and especially after Blitzcrank and Pike use their pulling skill, like, we should like flash forward. I don't give a fuck. Just go forward. Right. Yeah, we're moving to a nice place. And about other stuff that has been going on, I have a full-time job, and I am also a drummer. And by I am a drummer, I mean I play drums very well for a very long time. So I do have gigs, and meaning the 2 bands that I'm playing for right now. And I've been playing on a professional level for a few years now already. I am still studying though. I am still taking drum lessons. I study at IPT here in Brazil. That is the place where Eloy Casagrande studio is. It's inside IPT, so it's a very renowned place. And they have a course. It's like college in the sense of you're gonna take like 4 years to finish if everything goes planned. If you study well enough, you might go faster if you're able to put in more hours of work, but it's planned to last for 4 years, and at the end you get a certificate that you graduated from the program. So it's a very nice school. It's a very nice place. And that's it. There's the remote job. There's that. I am doing music college. It's distance. It's online. And actually, I was never a fan of leaving my house for anything, and especially after COVID. Like, I don't want to leave at all, like, for nothing. So I study online. I have 2 colleges actually. I study marketing. That is something I was already doing. That is completely related to my full-time job, because I work with digital marketing. She didn't ult me. Please die. Yes. Die, you too. Yes, die. Die. Ha ha ha! Okay, everybody's dead. I don't hit Nexus. I mean, if you're playing ARAM, don't hit the Nexus. Like, there's no reason. You're not getting points for this. So yeah, that's it. I was supposed to talk about stuff other than my music classes and college, but that's gonna be for another time. This was just a test video, and the screen is fully black. Why? I really don't know why. I only see one League of Legends stuff, and for some reason the screen is black. Okay, I don't remember how to set up OBS for League of Legends, but yes. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna talk about colleges on a separate occasion. This is just like a test video. It's 25 minutes long because I didn't cut anything. It's just a playthrough and a conversation. And yeah, I mean, come back for other videos if you want to. See you later.